What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I'm in a hotel room in Utrecht in the Netherlands. But I'll tell you what, the secret rares have been revealed from OP-06, and these are very, very tasty looking cards. These ones look awesome. We knew that they were going to be Zoro and Sanji. That was already new, that was already official, that was already known. That was not a surprise. What is a surprise is quite how gosh darn good they are. These are way better than I was expecting, and I think both of these could be very, very good indeed. So, let's start off having a little bit of a look at Sanji, because Sanji might be the most ridiculous one on there. I will say, I did these translations myself, but I have checked with the lovely people over on Twitter just to make sure they are good. You know what? Seems they're good, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that they are good. So, Sanji then, we got a 9-cost, 9,000 power blue card, which is what we were expecting. And there's only one skill, but it's a doozy. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. You may play a 9-cost from the revealed cards, other than Sanji, 9 or less I should say, and then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. So basically, anything other than a 10 cost is played for free from the top of your deck. Doesn't have to be a 9 cost, can be an 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. It just has to be 9 or less. Anything as long as it's not a 10 cost or a Sanji. That's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely ridiculous. Because here's the thing, right? You can play multicolor leaders. And once you play multicolor leaders, well, now all of a sudden you're playing ridiculous 9-cost cards, but you're not actually paying for them. And we could go for a while here. So the 9-cost Shanks from OP-01, that really good one that's got Rush, and when attacking, your opponent cannot activate blocker on a characters that have 2,000 or less. A 10,000 power character with Rush, which, you know, some of you are thinking, hang on a second, well, see, that sounds a little bit good. And yes, it does sound a little bit good. It sounds frankly ridiculous. And it should, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely should. Well, good news, we had Nefertari Vivi in OP-04, which means that you can play this in a Nefertari Vivi deck, and now all of a sudden you can be playing that Shanks for free. That's absurd. That is absolutely ridiculously absurd. Or maybe you just really want to play the 10,000 power Edward Newgate that gives your leader 2,000 power. Yeah, honestly, that was not so good because you can't actually attack with Vivi, so that was not going to be so useful. I apologize. But even within blue itself, you've got the 9-cost Dracula Mihawk from OP-01 that lets you play a character with a cost of 7 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. That's a very good card. Well, good news. You can go ahead and play that one if you feel so inclined. Or maybe you want to play the really powerful starter deck Kaido. Okay, fine, it's Don -5, but it's also a big powerful character with Rush again, and yeah, we like the Kaido from the starter deck. It's a pretty good one. Well, good news, we had the Kaido leader in OP-01, or the Crocodile leader in OP-01, both of which are blue-purple cards. And look, the thing is, we can keep going with this for a while. Because the fact of the matter is, we're going to see more of these. We're going to see more 9-cost cards. And I'm only looking at 9-cost. There are obviously 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, etc. cost cards that you can be playing here. And it's all getting a little bit silly. I mean, you can start getting a little bit of a chain going. Now, I've no interest in going through the whole chain right now because we can only go through so much in one video. But remember back in OP-02 when we had those green film cards that let you play characters for free? Like, for instance, the Luffy that lets you play a film or Straw Hat character of a cost of 7 or less from your hand. As an example, Luffy was the biggest one that let you play the biggest one. That's why we use it as an example. Okay, it's a 7 cost and you're not getting full value out of Sanji. But don't forget, we've got the Sanji Zoro leader from Starter Deck 12, which is blue and green, that you can use along those lines, or the Don Quixote Rocinante from OP-05, which we've all kind of agreed at this stage is the worst leader from OP-05, so maybe not, but that's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the point. The point is that what we've got here is a really, really good option for playing cards for free. And I can only scratch the surface in this particular video. There's plenty more that you can do. But the fact is, you've got 9,000 power, you're a 9 cost, and you reveal the top card of your deck and put a card into play with a cost of 9 or less. And at this stage you might be thinking, well, that's all well and good, but you know, we really need to stack the top of our deck in order to make the most use of this. Yes. Yes, you absolutely do. Remember the Don Quixote do Flamingo from OP-01 that's got blocker and lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put them back in any order you like? As an example, yeah, this is also a blue card. Don Quixote do Flamingo is a blue card. Whatever you're playing Sanji in, you can play that in. And now all of a sudden, you are stacking the top of your deck. So you're not just looking and finding a random card and, oh, this is quite good, maybe I should play this. No, 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 no. You are playing specifically the cards you want because you have stacked your deck to put it on top of your deck. And as a side note, there are a few cards in Starter Deck 12 that do a similar kind of thing in terms of letting you stack the top card of your deck. Both Zeph and Reveale from Starter Deck 12, for instance, will let you essentially just rejig the top card of your deck. And that's my point here. We've got ways to rearrange the top card of our deck. We've got other ridiculous combos that can be made. We've got dual color leaders such that it doesn't really matter what color the card you want to use with Sanji is, because you can play a leader that lets you kind of tick along with that. There's going to be more options in the future. And it's basically pay 9, play Sanji, but also play a really good card along with it. Yeah. And obviously for stuff like Don Quixote do Flamingo, no, obviously you can't play that on the same turn as playing Sanji. You won't have enough Don. But the whole point is you go, well, I'm playing Sanji next turn, so it's going to be the 3rd card, for instance, in my deck that's going to be hit with Sanji. So you use Don Quixote do Flamingo to fix the 3rd card in your deck. So it fits quite nicely. Sanji looks ridiculous. It's going to be great. And Zoro doesn't look quite that same level of ridiculousness, but I'm not sure. Maybe it does. It's really good. 9 cost, 9,000 power, green card. And you've got 2 skills, both of which are kind of similar to each other. We've got when attacking, once per turn, pay 1. Make this leader active. Cool. And then we've got activate main, once per turn, pay 2. Set this card to active. Oh! Yeah, basically what we've got here is a 9 cost card with 9,000 power that you can use 3 times in 1 turn. You attack with it, and you get the 9,000, but because you're attacking, you can pay 1, and then all of a sudden, you are setting it to active, and you get to attack with it again. That's really good. Oh, but now it's rested, don't worry, because now you can just use your activate main, you can pay 2, you can set it to active again, and now all of a sudden you're getting a 3rd attack with your 9,000 power character in 1 turn. And the thing about getting multiple attacks with the same character in 1 turn is you can essentially reuse the Don. If I put 4 Don on here to make this up to a 13,000 power character, knowing that my opponent cannot counter that high, well, I can attack with it 3 times as a 13,000 power character. Any buffs you give it for the turn, any Don you give it, are going to last for the entirety of the turn. So when you're activating this character 2 more times, such that you are attacking with it 3 times in the same turn, all of that is done with the buff. And that's one of the things that makes this such a great card. Yes, fine, it's really, 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 really good in terms of just being able to attack 3 times with the same character. Yes. But being able to do it with all of the buffs intact for all 3 of those attacks, good, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely good. Both of these cards look ridiculous. Both of these cards look absolutely over the top great. And look, a lot of people are raving about Sanji, rightly so, it's a great card. For me, I might like the Zoro a little bit more because the idea of just attacking 3 times with 1 beefed up character in 1 turn seems good. Although playing a card that's got Rush for free so I can attack straight away, that also sounds pretty good as well. It seems like in terms of a pair of secret rares, this might be the best we've seen so far. This is something to get very excited about. They are both great cards. And I don't mean they're good cards. I mean they are great cards, and they are ones I think we need to prepare for, either playing with or playing against. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about these. I want to know if you think they're as good as I think they are. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.